Oh, hello, Spy Kids. Agent Ju here. We're going to talk about science today. So, let me show you something. Up here. Can you see it? Nothing? That's normal. So we're going to talk about how to identify people. You see, this is very important. As a secret agent or a spy, identification is key. For you, being a spy is being not identified. It needs to be secret. So, long time ago, we used to draw people. That's the only way we could remember what they look like. Like this. Doesn't work, does it? Alright, let's try another one. That should work better. There we go. Like this. You already know that, right? We had these posters all across town saying wanted. And we had a drawing of someone. It looks like someone, but honestly, that could be anyone. Then we started to draw better. But still not there yet. It's easy to make a mistake, and people sometimes can look alike. How can you identify someone? So we started a different method, the Deleon method. We started to measure the head, ears, nose, face, hands, arms, feet, you name it. We started to name everything for us to be able to identify. And then we would write the numbers, as you can see on top over here. See? We write basically all the measurements taken. Alright? The hand width, all that. And plus now we had pictures, which made identification better. But still, people can look alike. People have twins, or even triplets. And sometimes it looks so much alike, it's hard to know who is who. So someone came up with something magical. The fingerprints. This is what we're going to do. We're going to talk about fingerprints. So what are fingerprints? Fingerprints is the little mark that you have at your fingertips. You've noticed that, right? We can see it everywhere on your windows, even on your smartphone. On the smartphone, you can see a lot of fingerprints, especially on mine. All right? And how do fingerprints form? Well, they form because your skin has many different layers, and those layers don't grow at the same speed, causing them to actually wrinkle, right? Wrinkle is like, when you stay in the water too long and you start to have like old fingers, it's like wrinkles. Well, those wrinkles are actually very important for us. This gives us a good grip. I can grip my cup of coffee, even though it's hot, without letting it slide, right? It doesn't slide. So, fingerprints. Here are some random fingerprints, but we are not the only one having fingerprints. Animals have fingerprints too. Do you know which one is human? Only one of these three is human. Do you know which one it is? That one was a koala. This one is a chimpanzee. This one is human. As you can see, they are very similar. Similar, but not identical. And this is the magic about, or the science, should I say, about fingerprints. Fingerprints are never the same. Now, this is ideal. We want to identify people precisely to make sure this is that person. Well, fingerprints are all unique, and this is the case even with 7.6 billion people. I mean, even your hands, right? How many fingers have you got? Remember? 10? Well, look at them. You will have not twice the same fingerprint. Multiply that by 7.6 billion, that's a lot of fingerprints, and yet none are exactly identical. Sometimes it can come across quite similar, yes, about 0.1%, but in reality they are still different. So now let's talk about the different categories of fingerprints, because they are in 3 groups. So here are the 3 groups I'm showing you here. The first one is called loop. This is mine. Mine makes a loop. Yeah, they do. The second type is called whirl. Whirl. So it makes a little, spiral. And the third one is actually quite rare, especially in Asia. It's called arch. Alright, so loop around here, whirl, and arch. Those are the 3 different main type of fingerprints. Actually, in the FBI database, there are actually 8 different types. So we're just gonna make it simple. Loop, whirl, arch. That's it. Next. Okay, let me show you the pictures. So we use them, right, for police records, right? Also, we use them as well since they are unique. Nobody else can open a phone. Very easy. I just press my phone, it's locked, I put my thumb, boom, unlock. We do that to open windows, we use that to open doors. We use even now to open cars, right? We can use it to open cars, unlock phones, computers. It's a very efficient way to safely, I would say, identify yourself. And the police as well, in case of crime, can actually look around and try to find fingerprints. And since they are unique, there is a good chance if there are fingerprints in the crime scene that they will find out who they are. Alright? So, fingerprints in Thailand. Let's talk about this. Which one are you? Well, here's a big part right here. It's a very big part again, and a very small part. Do you remember? The biggest part is loop, like me. So, 50% of the population in Thailand has loop fingerprints, like me. Almost the other half, has whirl fingerprints. And if you have arch fingerprints, that means only 4% out of 100 people would have arch fingerprints. Maybe it's you. Just let me know. Now, fingerprints are good, yes, especially because we leave traces of them behind on your glass of water, or on the windows, on the doors, on the door handle, anywhere, right? Even on the table, your computer, anything. They're full of fingerprints everywhere. And we will have an activity on how to actually find and take the fingerprints, okay? But there's another way. This, you'll probably know that, like iris scanner or iris scanner. Iris are also very unique. So no one in the world will have 2 irises exactly the same. Now, look at the detail and how complex is an iris. This also is a great way to actually, prove the identity of someone. And they use kind of a scanner or laser-based scanner to scan your iris, and there is only one kind. Another way to identify someone. Do you know what this is? You probably heard about it if you watch some movies or series about crime. The DNA. This is basically the code that builds you, and it's very unique to anyone, even your twin. Even though similar at the beginning will have a different DNA in the long run. So there you have it. A couple of ways to identify a person. And your identity needs to stay secret. So watch out for your fingerprints. Bye.